सबैलाई नमस्कार म राकेश र TyataEssenceको अर्को भिडियोमा हजुरलाई स्वागत छ. Hi everyone, I'm Rakesh. Welcome to another video of TyataEssence. Imagine the world where impossible becomes possible, where the boundaries of unknown are pushed back, and where the future is not just something that we foresee, but something that we shape and create. That's the kind of progress that we are going to explore today. In the book 0 to 1, the author Peter Thiel not only tells us to work harder, but also challenges us to think differently. Real innovation is not about doing more of the same. It's about doing something that has never been done before. It's about the breakthrough moment when we stop replicating what already exists and start creating what has never been imagined yet. So let us not settle for moving faster or further. Let us challenge ourselves to think deeper, to take risks and build something new that leaves our legacy. It's like planting a new kind of seed, not just growing another tree in the same garden. Progress does not mean we just do more, but it also means we do something new.
Today we're diving into a book that will completely change how you see innovation, business, and even the future itself. It's Peter Thiel's game-changing book, 0 to 1. So what does 0 to 1 even mean? Thiel says most of the world operates by going from 1 to n. Think of it like this. Someone builds a successful coffee shop, and soon 10 more pop up, all doing roughly the same thing. That's horizontal progress, copying what works. But true, world-changing innovation is going from 0 to 1. It's creating something that has never existed before. It's not about adding more candles to a room, it's about inventing the light bulb. Think about Elon Musk with SpaceX. He didn't just try to build a slightly cheaper rocket. He fundamentally reimagined rocketry by making rockets reusable. That's a 0 to 1 inch leap. It's the difference between improving on the past and creating an entirely new future. While copying is safer and easier, creation is what truly pushes humanity forward. Now here's a concept that might surprise you. Thiel argues that competition is for losers. Dumb sounds harsh, right? But what he really means is that the goal isn't to be slightly better than your rivals in a crowded market. The goal is to create a monopoly, not a shady, illegal monopoly, but a creative monopoly. This happens when your company is so unique and so good at what it does that no one else can even come close. Take Google, for instance. Back in the day, there were plenty of search engines, but Google didn't just compete. It created an algorithm so powerful that the word search literally became Google. It dominated its niche not through aggression, but through sheer excellence. Endless competition is like running on a treadmill. You're working hard, but not really going anywhere new. Creating a monopoly is like discovering your own private island, a space where you can build and grow without constant battle. So how do you find these 0 to 1 ideas? Thiel proposes a powerful question you should ask yourself. What important truth do very few people agree with you on? This is the heart of contrarian thinking. True innovation doesn't come from following the crowd. It comes from challenging the assumptions everyone else takes for granted. It's not about being different just for the sake of it, but about being right when everyone else is wrong. A perfect example is Airbnb. When it started, the idea that strangers would willingly let other strangers sleep in their homes was considered crazy. Most investors laughed it off. But the founders believed in a truth others could unsee, that people could build trust in a digital community. The crowd saw only risk and doubt. The innovators saw massive hidden opportunity. What's an important truth you believe that others might dismiss? Finally, once you have that brilliant 0 to 1 idea, how do you bring it to life? Thiel's advice is simple. Start small, but dominate. Don't try to build a massive empire overnight. Instead, find a tiny, specific niche market and become the undisputed king of it. Own that small pond completely before you even think about expanding into the ocean. Amazon is the ultimate case study. Jeff Bezos didn't launch a store that sold everything from day one. He started with one single category, books. He focused on becoming the absolute best online bookstore in the world. Once he dominated that niche, he used that strong foundation to expand, step by step, into the everything store we know today. You can't build a skyscraper by starting with the top floor. You have to pour deep, solid foundations first. By owning a small market, you build the momentum, expertise, and cash flow needed to conquer larger ones. So, to recap, move from 0 to 1, by creating something new. Aim to build a creative monopoly by being unique. Challenge conventional wisdom with contrarian thinking, and start by dominating a small, specific niche. These principles from 0 to 1 aren't just for tech billionaires. They're a mindset for anyone who wants to create, innovate, and build a remarkable future. If these ideas spark something in you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most powerful concepts. To continue on key insights, the next one is the role of secrets. Thiel argues that every great business is built on a secret, a hidden truth that everyone else has overlooked. Think about it. The world isn't a solved puzzle. There are still unexplored ideas and undiscovered truths just waiting for someone to find them. The real opportunity isn't in the crowded spaces. It's in what's being ignored. A perfect example is Facebook. The secret wasn't social networking itself. Plenty of sites did that. The secret was real identity, while everyone else was using anonymous usernames. Facebook understood that connecting people with their real-life friends and family was the true revolution. Secrets are like hidden doors in a familiar room, visible only to those who dare to look at things differently. Now ask yourself, what important truth do very few people agree with you on? That's where you might find your secret. Next, let's talk about technology and progress. Thiel breaks progress down into two types, horizontal and vertical. Horizontal progress is going from 1 to n. It's about copying things that work, taking an existing idea and scaling it up. This is globalization. Vertical progress, on the other hand, is going from 0 to 1. This is technology creating something brand new, something that has never existed before. Thiel's point is that for decades we've been masters of horizontal progress, copying and spreading existing models around the globe. Think of how China became the world's factory by scaling up manufacturing. That's 1 to n, but Silicon Valley at its best. It's about vertical progress. There's 0 to 1 breakthroughs that change the world. Copying an existing model just spreads what already exists. True invention, however, multiplies what's even possible for humanity. We need more of that vertical leap. So, who makes these leaps happen? This brings us to the founder's paradox. Great founders are a unique blend of visionary and disciplinarian. They have to be able to see a future that no one else can imagine. But they also need the relentless discipline to build it, step by step, day by day. It's this balance of bold, almost crazy ideas with focused, grounded execution that makes all the difference. Sometimes this can look like a cult from the outside a group, with an intense, unwavering belief. But when that belief is grounded in a clear, powerful mission, it becomes an unstoppable force. Take Steve Jobs. His legendary demand for perfection wasn't just about his ego. It was driven by his vision of how beautiful, intuitive design could fundamentally change our daily lives. A founder's vision is like the fire in a rocket engine, powerful and essential. But without the control systems of discipline, that rocket isn't going to orbit. It's just going to explode on the launch pad. And finally, no founder does it alone. This leads us to the value of the team. A startup isn't just a group of employees. It's a tribe. A successful startup is a tightly knit team, completely aligned on a shared mission. As the saying goes, culture eats strategy for breakfast, and that's never more true than in a startup. You need to hire people who are obsessed with the vision, not just chasing a paycheck. They need to believe in what you're building as much as you do. The perfect case study is the PayPal Mafia. The early PayPal team shared one singular goal: to build the future of money. They were so aligned and so talented that after PayPal was sold, they went on to found other revolutionary companies like Tesla, LinkedIn, and YouTube. A startup is like a band. If every musician plays their own tune, all you get is noise. But when they are united, playing the same song with passion and precision, they create music. That's the kind of harmony you need to build something that lasts. These ideas, finding secrets, aiming for vertical progress, balancing vision with discipline, and building a true tribe are the core of what it takes to go from 0 to 1. It's not about following a formula. It's about thinking for yourself and daring to build the future. For the final, and perhaps most crucial, insight. The future isn't a lottery ticket you're hoping to win. Success isn't about luck. It's the direct result of having a clear vision and designing a plan to get there. Think about it. We're often taught to hedge our bets, to diversify, to treat the future as this big, unpredictable storm we need to weather. But the greatest entrepreneurs and thinkers reject this. They believe the future can be planned, shaped, and built. They don't just wait for an opportunity to fall into their laps, they actively create it. A perfect example is Peter Thiel's own story. When he wrote that first check to a tiny startup called Facebook, it wasn't a blind gamble. It wasn't him just throwing money at a wall and seeing what stuck. It was a calculated investment based on a strong conviction, a belief about the future of social networks and online identity. He saw where the world was heading and made a decisive move to be part of building that future. Here's a way to think about it. Life isn't a lottery where you just buy a ticket and hope for the best. It's a chess game. You don't win by making random moves. You win by having a strategy, by thinking several moves ahead, and by deliberately positioning yourself for victory. You're the player, not just a piece on the board. So as we wrap this up, remember that 0 to 1 is so much more than just a guide to building a startup. It's a fundamental shift in mindset. It challenges you to ask a powerful question. Are you just copying what already exists in the world, or are you creating something entirely new? True, meaningful progress doesn't come from fighting over the same old slice of the pie. It happens when we have the courage and vision to bake a completely new one. Going from 0 to 1 is like discovering a brand new color. Before it existed, no one could imagine it. But once it's there, the world never looks the same again. You have the power to create that new color. Thank you so much for watching. If these ideas resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges you to think differently. I'll see you in the next video.